Very Reverend Father Benny Kutanal, the Provincial of the Southwest Province of the MSFS, Reverend Father Philip, Reverend Father Dixon, Reverend Father Anthony, and all the MSFS fathers gathered here, and other priests, the superiors and community members of the sisters who are pursuing their studies here, the postgraduate students, and especially the diploma students who wish today to bid goodbye to the great institute of Indian Institute of Spirituality. I am associated with the MSFS Fathers right from 1982, and right from the inception of this institute, I have been teaching canon law for religious to the diploma of students. And I bow before the MSFS priests, superiors, for their vision, their commitment, and especially for the acceptance I get from them. I have grown through them. I thank Very Reverend Father Provincial, all the collaborators here at the Indian Institute of Spirituality, and of course at Tejas, Father Jacob, and all other fathers, and recall with gratitude the vision of Reverend Father Anthony Kolanchari in founding this institute. That's why my first feeling is appreciation and gratitude to God, who has showered His graces through the MSFS congregation to this institute and to so many other institutes. Secondly, my dear students, a ship in a harbor is safe, but then ships are not built to be in the harbor alone. You are now launched out. I'm sure the feeling of Father Benny, Father Philip, and others would be like giving you in marriage. The mother will be so much concerned that my daughter should fare well. Even in the book of Tobit, we hear how the wife, the daughter is told, Tobit's father-in-law tells his wife, henceforth I should hear nothing bad about you. We could have had something bad about you before you came to IAS. I'm sure that would be their feeling. Henceforth, we should hear nothing bad about you. You know, Jacob, in the book of Genesis, when he left his uncle Laban's house, he went away with a lot of wealth besides wives and children. And you are also going from here, not with husbands or children, but with lot of wealth. The wealth is the intellectual, spiritual, and you can use any other adjective, all the experience you have got from here. You should be grateful to God. On this day, when you are launched out, my message is that all our wealth, talents, brilliance, for what? Just 2 days ago, we had for our first reading a beautiful passage from the book of Isaiah, 49th chapter, in which God is portrayed as a shepherd, as a doctor, as an agriculturist, and above all as a mother. When people feel abandoned, God comes in the lives of people, giving them hope, encouraging them. The Lord says, I'm so powerful as to make the mountains split and make you rejoice. But then my heart is the heart of the mother, accepting each and every one of you, even if the mother forgets her own child. I will not forget you. Education, the MSFS fathers repeatedly say, the heart of education is the education of the heart. If your heart is educated, what should be the consequence? Prophet Micah said, what do we expect of you? Except that you do justice, love mercy, and walk humbly before the Lord. I think that is also the purpose of education. Doing justice, giving to God what belongs to God, giving to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and then loving mercy, especially in this year of mercy. So many reflections have come on mercy, mercy of God, the Son Jesus, so many things, especially dealing with Zacchaeus, how Jesus manifested himself. Something happens in front of everybody, something else happens at home. You can accomplish the impossible. Jesus shows by his example what you have to do. You have to stand and look at people. You have to go and meet people. Spend time with them. The camel can pass through the eye of the needle. Jesus proved by respecting people, accepting people. Normally, when we go for confession, the priest proposes a penance. In this case, the penitent proposes the penance. I am going to give half of my property to the poor. I am going to return fourfold. What a marvel. You have been trained here to be like Jesus in your own mission. How Jesus dealt with so many other people in the Bible, with the Samaritan woman, with Matthew. All these are examples for us. Respecting people, accepting people, not to behave like don't care masters. You have God in you when you know, when you look into the eyes of people and know what they are communicating. A true friend can see the tears of his friend even though he is walking in the rain. That's why we are all called. We are all called. Otherwise, all our talents mean nothing. Mean nothing. A young man was exploring the caves by the seashore. He saw a canvas bag in which there were so many clay balls, as if somebody had kept them for drying up in the sun. He began to throw them one by one far into the sea. About 50 of them he threw. Finally, one of them by mistake fell at his feet, broke. There was a precious stone in that. He could have become a very, very rich man if he had not thrown all those clay balls into the sea. Finally, only one or two was left for him to make some living. What a stupid I am, he said to himself. People are like clay balls. Look beyond the clay balls. Look at people with the eyes of Jesus, and IAS would have accomplished its purpose if you are able to minister with the mind and heart of Jesus, with the feeling of Jesus. I thank the MSFS fathers for looking at me, a clay ball, beyond the clay ball. Thank you, each and every one of you. All the best to you, students. Thank you.